Hi everyone, I'm Sarah of Bella de Luna, and this is your weekly astrological overview for the week of March 15th. I had to look down and double check the date because in my mind I was like, wait, there's no way we're talking about being halfway through March already, but somehow we are. And the past couple of weeks I've been talking about how things have been pretty quiet and it's been more of an introspective time, a time to kind of gather all of our energy to us. And this week everything shifts. We have a lot of activity this week, and I'm only gonna hit like the tip-top highlights. There are 3 planets changing sign this week, and those are what I'm going to talk about. But there's you know, at least 5 other major transits this week, 20 something transits involving the moon this week. So if you want details on all of the transits of the upcoming week and how you can use the energy of those transits to kind of plan your week and have your best week ever, just head on over to the Soul Care Cottage where I break all of that down. So for this video, I'm just going to be talking about the 3 big sign changes that are happening this week, because that's really going to impact the energy we're feeling and the overall kind of collective vibe. And the first sign change happens on Monday, March 15th, when Mercury will move into Pisces. And Mercury will be in Pisces for 3 weeks. And when Mercury is in Pisces, we are more in touch with our emotions and feelings. We're a little bit more intuitive, where we may kind of have more hunches or even find ourselves kind of guessing things more and getting things right. And we also, when Mercury is in Pisces, we think more with our heart and our feelings and our emotions, and we make decisions based on how we feel rather than any kind of logic or facts or figures available to us. We also might find during these 3 weeks that our dreams are more vivid, and we just have more insights when it comes to how we feel, how things feel, how situations feel. It's that kind of thing where you meet someone for the first time and kind of you get that initial kind of gut reaction to them. So if you find yourself having those kind of reactions, just pay attention to them and pay attention to what they are telling you. The next sign change this week happens on Saturday, the 20th of March, and that is when the sun moves into the sign of Aries and begins Aries season. So happy early birthday to all of the Aries out there. When the sun moves into Aries, that marks the beginning of spring here in the northern hemisphere. It marks the spring equinox. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the beginning of fall for you and the autumn equinox. But Aries, the sun being in Aries, is all about taking action and getting going and getting moving, and it kind of lights a fire under us. The past couple weeks I've really been talking about how it's not quite time to take action. We need to hang in there a little bit longer and really make sure we're gathering our energy to us. On Saturday, that changes, and we will be really called to step up into a leadership role and start taking action. And that is kind of echoed on Sunday, the 21st, when we have our first quarter moon. And so the first quarter moon is the point in the lunar cycle where we are encouraged to take action towards our dreams, especially action that will help us get closer to whatever intention we set a week prior at the new moon. And so that's just being echoed with that, the sun moving into Aries, and then right after that, the next day we have the first quarter moon. It's all about taking action, taking initiative, and getting moving. The third and final sign change for this week is on Sunday, when Venus will enter Aries. And so Venus in Aries can kind of bring a fire to your romantic relationships, your intimate relationships. It can spice things up. It can help you be more spontaneous and willing to take a risk in your relationships. but it can also mean you might feel a little bit more impatient. And so that's just something to be mindful of as Venus moves through Aries over the next few weeks. So that's a brief overview of the 3 big sign changes we are having this week for the week of March 15th. And again, if you'd like more detail, because there are like 7 other major sign, or not sign changes, but 7 other major transits happening this week, and plus 20 something transits with the moon. If you want detail on all of those, join me in the Soul Care Cottage, where I go into a deep dive of all of that. All right, I'll see you next week.